Imagine you're driving down the road after a couple of drinks with friends at the bar. Then you suddenly hear a crash. Everything blacks out. You wake up, you're in the hospital, and you have handcuffs around you because you have affected someone else's life and your own. Well, this happens when you choose to get behind the wheel and drink and drive. Now, a lot of our younger society, they feel like they're invincible, like they can go out and drink and do whatever they want and they're not going to hurt or do any damage or inflict pain to others. Did you know that every day 29 people die from deaths related to people driving under the influence? Did you also know that according to the CDC, 10,492 people die a year related to motor accident vehicles because of impaired driving while people are driving under the influence and they're intoxicated? It's a sad fact when people go out and they live and they don't see how they can affect others. Drinking and driving, it only takes one time to affect someone. You could kill them, injure them. So you not only got to think about yourself and what you're going to do the rest of your future, you also got to think, what can I do? I could potentially hurt another person. Now, the legal limit is 0.8. Now, after 0.2, you start to feel a little bit of the alcohol, but you really don't feel. And then after 0.5, you start to feel a little something more, a little bit more under the weather. Maybe your muscles, your motor function becomes a little bit inhibited. At this point, you're starting to feel the drinks, and then people keep on taking them. Now, if you're drinking, set up a safe environment. Make sure that you have a friend that you can count on, not on the least drunk person, but someone who is going to be the DD who's not drinking at all. So family, friends, your significant other. Or you can call Lyft, Uber, or you can do a taxi. Now, Lyft and Uber, there's tons of apps that you can use on your phone. So make the choice to not drink and drive because you ultimately don't want to affect another human being. Now, I think when people go out, they don't go out with that initial thought like, oh, I'm just going to have one or two, but then it turns into multiple drinks. In 1997, one of my sister's friends was driving on the road, and it was December 12th, and she was going on the expressway right by the home bridge in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and on the opposite way, she got hit by a drunk driver, and unfortunately, she lost her 3-year-old daughter, which is, she still grieves to this day, and it affected us, and it has all put a deeper perspective into our own lives that we would never want to drink and drive, and we only want to advocate to help people because it is sad when someone's life is taken away just because someone is recklessly driving. Now, with that being said, always take into your own hands the measures that you can do to prevent it. Because if you are a server, a bartender, even someone at a restaurant, if you see someone impaired, make sure to not give them too many drinks or cut them off, or maybe speak to a manager if you see this at a restaurant or a bar, because you should feel like it's your part, if you're a patron in a bar, to say, maybe that person, go speak to the manager, maybe that person should not be driving, or they should have been cut off technically by anyone who is serving, because servers and bartenders and managers have to do a safe serve test in order to keep their bar licensure. Now, in Wisconsin where I live, unfortunately, and this is not in a lot of states, your first offense is not a criminal offense, and it takes to your third DUI to get a felony. I believe we need to advocate and we need to change these policies so we can make this more criminalize this activity, because it's sad that people are getting away with drinking and driving all the time, and people are just dying and they're affected by these accidents all the time. And it's really the middle age group that causes the most damage, anywhere from 26 to 35. This was according to the CDC and myresponsibility.org. Thank you so much.